There's another announcement here that I would like to talk about, which is the new FL Studio update. So as you guys know, or if you don't know, FL Studio is a really cool DAW. It's one of the top DAWs nowadays, and it has free lifetime updates. So this is one of the reasons why I love this DAW so much. First, it's because of the workflow to make beats. I really enjoy it. I'm very used to it, and I'm very fast working with FL Studio. And the quality nowadays is indistinguishable from the other DAWs. And the cool thing is that you have free lifetime updates. So you buy a version of FL Studio, and every time you come, there's a new version, you will get a free update. And I don't think there's any other company doing that today in the industry. So I have to congratulate ImageLine for that. And I think it's for me, it's the most compelling factor by buying this software or having the full version of FL Studio like I have. Was every time that something comes out that I want or that I think it could benefit me, I'm like, I don't even think twice in buying, because ImageLine always provides some really cool software with, and the free lifetime updates is just amazing. And again, I'm not sponsored by them. I just love the software, and I always promote the software here. And yeah, so let's take a look at the video that they shared. And we can go ahead and take a look and see the new features that we have for FL Studio 8. Let me see, 20.8.4. So yeah, it's been a long ride. I think I've been with FL Studio since version 7, I guess. I'm not sure. At least the first version that I installed on the computer. And yeah, let's go ahead and switch to. Here I have a tab already open. So this is what's new in the new release. So I have here both the video and also the post in ImageLine forum. And let's see. So we have Apple Silicon support. This is cool, but I don't own an Apple, so, or a Macintosh, so I'm not worried too much about this. There's some improvements here in 3x oscillator, especially added anti-aliasing to oscillators. This is cool, but to be honest, I only use 3x oscillator for basses, so I never had too much problem with this. But we can hear. Let's see if I can hear. Yeah, let's hear this part here.
3x OSC, long awaited. 3x OSC has now been updated to feature state-of-the-art anti-aliasing for the oscillators.
So you see this sweep. Every time that this sweep was happening, you got some crackling, and this was the anti-aliasing issues that we had. And I think now it's way better. Let's listen to the improved version.
Running into bad artifacts and rumble from aliasing? Simply turn on the HQ button here and never lose sleep over this again.
As you can see, this is really cool. And I think, I don't know if this will change too much in terms of the CPU load. So let's see. Let's see if I bring 3x oscillator and I put this in, let's see, let's play some chords. Let's put here some. So we have kind of 2 dBs or two points there. Yeah, it increased a little bit maybe, but I mean, I would assume that this HQ would always be enabled by default. At least that would be my recommendation, or my not recommendation, but my tip to ImageLine is to leave the HQ always on, to have these as always on. And if people have issues with performance, they can go and turn it off. But I would recommend to put these always on. But I don't know, maybe there's some other things under the surface that they put that as off. Then we have frequency splitter, and I think this is a new plugin. I'm not sure. Let's see here, frequency splitter. I think the frequency splitter already came in the previous version. So yeah, they didn't even mention here the frequency splitter. So this is a plugin that came already in a lower update. So another updates on the control surface. I don't use it. Toolbar to set the language, so I don't use that also. And also there's a new feature here in Edison. And I didn't know this about right click, which is really, really cool. It's a thing that I noticed and that I've learned in the video, is that now every time you have a menu like this, so I used to go here, let's say that I wanted to change the scaling here, or the highlighting of the scale. I would go here, go to view, scale highlighting, and then I would put like, I don't know, maybe E, and then I would go out and then go again. And I thought this was a little bit annoying, because if I wanted to put major, and now I was like, okay, now I want to change again to a minor scale. So I was like, okay, going here and then clicking, and then it was a little bit of waste of time. So now what I've learned is that instead of clicking on the left button in the mouse, you can right click, and you will not lose the focus of this menu, which is really, really amazing. So let's say that now instead of left clicking, I will right click. So you see that this changes, and it does not remove the menu, which is amazing. And I think they added this also to Edison, which is really cool. But I think it's a cool feature that I was not aware of this, and maybe you were not aware either. So this is a cool feature that you might want to start using in your day-to-day workflow. And I really like this because I can change from whatever root node I have, and also the scale, without having to go every time to the menu, view, and scale highlighting and so on, because there's no shortcuts for this. So I would always have to do this manually. So this is a really cool feature that they added here. Let's see what else. Piano roll added an option to preview notes as they are mouse clicked in the piano roll during playback. So I think there's an option somewhere. Let's see in the video. Piano roll here.
There is a new piano roll option. Preview notes during playback will let you preview notes as they are mouse clicked into the piano roll during playback.
I think this is a cool feature. I don't know, to be honest. I have to see if I would take advantage of this, but basically we have here the preview notes during playback menu, which we can enable, and we can put notes automatically and play them while we are in preview mode. But I usually have my keyboard, so I don't know. I nowadays I only work with my keyboard, so I'm not sure if I will be using this too much. Then we have Maximus Limiter, add a menu option to disable the 0.2 safety margin. I don't know if I wanted this, but yeah. Recording, and then MIDI settings, some improvements on the Z-Game Editor visualizer, and playlist. Okay. MIDI scripting, patcher, added Control-C, Control-V to copy and paste. Increased brightness of volume. Yeah, so these are some improvements. It's not like big changes, but I think they added a new plugin. Yeah, which is, it's here, the frequency shifter. I think they have the splitter and also the shifter. So let's take a look at the shifter.
Frequency shifter.
So what this is doing is adding some type of LFO effect to the frequency pitch. I'm not sure if it's the pitch or if it's only like a filter to the frequency. Let's listen.
Unlike a traditional pitch shifter that maintains harmonic relationships, frequency shifter moves all frequencies in the audio by a fixed amount.
So some really cool effects that we can grab from this new version of FL Studio. The main one that I really enjoy was the fact that I learned that we could use right click, which is really cool. And I'm really looking forward to using this one or internalizing this in my workflow. So I think that's it. Again, this is not a sponsored video by ImageLine or whatever. I just like to use this DAW, and it's my main DAW. And I think it's amazing that they offer free lifetime updates. And if that doesn't sell FL Studio to you, I don't know what will. So